who is the third, fourth, or maybe fifth round guy who's that hidden gem that can be a star in the league, maybe from Jump Street?
Well, I think that Josh Dobbs is going to get great consideration for being that guy. When you look at his tape, he has the elusiveness with the legs, can run the football, throw the football. Now, there's some concerns about accuracy and his deep ball, but I think that those are things that they feel like they can work out mechanically. And then, of course, the overall smarts that he has, he should be able to run any offense, any place, anytime. What I had said to him way back when, and maybe I didn't say it exactly to him, but to people around him, just make sure that when you go to do this NFL stuff, they know that you love football. The 15 years down the road, excuse me, is when you're going to start creating airplanes and not before. Because I've been through this, and I've seen it with the NFL. If you have a lot of options, you get people look at you funny, Rich. Is he going to be?
Do you really love football?
Do you really love ball?
That's so ridiculous.
Right? So
that is honestly,
he's actually passed that test in a big way. Josh has done a great job with that, and he's going to get the Dak Prescott bounce.
But what about? This is, by the way, the Honda Insider Report, sponsored by the Honda Dream Garage Sales Event. Your chance to find a deal on cars like the Civic with its available turbocharged engine and the Fit, which is an available 7-inch display audio touch. But hurry in before it's all over. Charles Davis, our insider of the Insider Report. Who's the one guy that you would go into this draft and say, I got to get him?
Well, it's going to be one of the controversial guys. It's going to be Joe Mixon, because if you're talking
about, get him,
you talk about a fantasy, you talk about fantasy team.
No, I'm just telling you about that. That's the way I look at it when I'm drafting fantasy, and I know that this is drafting reality.
But you're talking about a guy that you have to have on your team,
that I want to have, that he's so talented and he's going to work out,
and he's that talented. I think by now for me it's McCaffrey. I mean, I'm just crazy about that kid. I think the work ethic, I know people lose their mind about the bowl game, but we're in a different reality now. The work ethic is off the charts from everything I've ever heard. And he's going to play with the biggest boulder on his shoulder because he still thinks everyone's going to doubt. He could go number one in the draft and have a reason to think that everyone's doubting him. I think that he is a terrific footballer. I think he's the most complete back in this draft.
Why is the Sun Bowl not being held against him, but all of a sudden Jabril Peppers is getting crushed
for getting hurt in warm-ups?
Which is what happened.
Which is legitimately what happened.
But people are questioning whether he did or not.
That makes no sense.
But let's say he didn't. Let's say he didn't get hurt in warm-ups. Let's say he sat out. He just decided last minute to sit out. What's the difference? The fact that McCaffrey was straight up about it and told his teammates well in advance. Like, why is Jabril Peppers getting crushed for something that McCaffrey's not?
The only way I could get it, that it would make any sense in my mind, is that he committed to playing in the game and then pulled up in warm-ups if it was not real. Okay, and you went that far and then you pulled back on that. That's where you would get clobbered for it, as opposed to, as you said, being straight up and then kind of working your way through it, and everyone kind of can adjust to it, not minutes before kickoff. But that's not what happened. The kid, look, our own colleague was there. Daniel Jeremiah was right there, and has tweeted out and said, I was there and watched the kid go through warm-ups. That was a legit injury. He pulled up at that time. If he wanted to fake it was the best acting job ever. And why dress? It is the wildest thing. I was on a plane with a defense coordinator currently in the league, and I asked him about Peppers. What is he going to do in the pros? And he said, he's not a linebacker. I play him, and he said, and I hate to say it because everybody immediately extrapolates. He said, but I play him like Pittsburgh played Polamalu. I'm not saying he's Polamalu, but I play him like that. Down and distance guy. Certain situations, you put him in different places, put him in a spot to make a play on the football.
That's the Honda Insider Report here with Charles Davis.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.